Today I am reviewing The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. Whatever. So I wasn't in love with this book, but I really liked it. It was still really awesome, and I still think that it deserves 5 stars. I think the only reason that I wasn't super in love with it was because there wasn't a lot of love in this story, and I think I really like that. I think I really like the love aspect in these YA novels. But that being said, I actually did find it quite refreshing not having love be the main aspect of the story. There was a little bit of it, but it was a very minor part, and it was just hardly touched on, and it wasn't even starting to develop until way later on in the story. So I think that might be the reason why I wasn't in love with it, because I didn't have that love connection to attach to it, but I still at the same time kind of liked that it didn't really have that kind of love, because it was different, because YA novels always seem to have some kind of big romance in them, and the fact that this didn't kind of made that interesting for me. The Immortal Rules takes place in the future, where vampires rule all. There's vampire cities that are walled in because there's these rabid vampires that have been created outside of the walls that are basically just zombies that burn up in the daylight, but they're just mindless eating machines and if you get bitten by one and die, then you'll turn into one too. But so anyway, it's about these the people living in vampire cities who are unregistered, and when you're unregistered, you're basically like you're basically homeless is what it is. And if you're registered, you have to, like answer to the vampires, and you have to donate blood and all that stupid crap. And so it's about this one girl named Allie who is an unregistered because she hates the vampires. She would much rather live by having to scavenge for food, live in like abandoned buildings, and have like the horrible way of life because she doesn't want to live under the vampires. That's how much she hates them. And then she comes face to face with death, but this mysterious vampire gives her the choice, and he says, you can die right now or I can turn you into a vampire. And because she is so afraid of dying, she chooses to become a vampire even though she hates them so much. And it's a really good story. I can't really tell you what happens after that, because there's a few different things that happen, and in order to tell you what the main plot of the story is, I have to tell you something else I have to give something else away that doesn't happen until a bit later on in the story. So I'm not going to tell you what else it's about, except that it's about this girl who hates the vampires, and she becomes one. So what I liked about it was that because she hates the vampires so much, she refuses to give in to the bloodlust. She doesn't want to be a monster. She wants to fight every single vampire instinct that she has inside of her. Like, I really liked listening to her internal monologue about her, resisting the bloodlust and giving into it, and how it felt when she was so hungry that she couldn't take it anymore. I thought it was refreshing hearing it from the other side. Usually it's about the human who is coming in contact with the vampire, and this time it's the other way around. It's about the vampire in contact with humans, and it was interesting. I liked it a lot. Another thing that I really liked about it is normally I'm not really attached to female characters in books. I'm always in love with the guys because they're, manly and sexy and all that great stuff. But the girl, Allie she was such a badass. She was amazing. I loved her. She was awesome. She's a great main character. She has a lot of willpower, that's what she has, and she is willing to do anything to get what she believes in. She will do whatever it takes to get what she wants and what she believes is right. And there's certain things that I want to say about what I like about her, but it's going to give parts of the story away. I really like The Immortal Rules a lot. It was an awesome book, and there's another one, the second one actually just came out on Tuesday, I think, and I'm really excited to read that. But I'm reading another book, so I have to read that one first. But then I'm going to read the second one. I'm super excited. The Immortal Rules, 5 stars. I wasn't superty duperty in love with it, but it was still super, super awesome. So I still think that it deserves 5 stars.